Hello and welcome to SuperPrincess TV with me, Princess Laura, and today's episode is all about Alice in Wonderland! So here I am, and I am on my way to a tea party that the Mad Hatter is having. And the Mad Hatter has asked me to pick up a cake to take to the tea party. So what I'm going to do is I am going to head off to the supermarket now, and I'm going to pick up some different cakes, and then I'm going to bring them back here and try them, and then I'm going to pick which one I think he would like the best and the one I like the best too, and then I'm going to take that one to the tea party. So let's get going to the supermarket. The tea party's at 5. And it's now 20 past 3 and the supermarket closes at 4, so I don't have long to make a decision, so hopefully there'll be some good cakes in there. So here I am outside the supermarket, and I'm very excited to go in and see what kind of cakes I can take to the Mad Hatter's tea party. So many to choose from. I think this one looks really nice. This is a Princess Castle cake. I think this one would be really good. I think he'd like that one. So I'm going to put that one in my basket. And I think that... Ooh, Frozen. I love Frozen. Let's get this one. I think he'd like Frozen too. Oh. I definitely think Barbie. Do you think he'd like that one? I do. I'm going to get it for him. I mean, there's a Star Wars one too, but I think 4's too many. I think 3 cakes is enough. Yeah. I'm a princess. Princess cakes are better for princesses. This one, you could personalise it, so I could write Happy Tea Party Mad Hatter on it. Maybe not. No, 3 cakes is definitely enough. Okay. We've got our 3 cakes. Let's go and buy them and then go home and taste them and see which one we like the best. See you soon. So this is the first cake I'm going to try. It's a Princess Castle cake. So you can see why I would have liked this cake. And it's pink, and I just think it's really pretty, and the box looks nice. And it's a Madeira cake, and it's layered with raspberry jam and buttercream and covered with icing. And I think that sounds really nice. And it's nut-free, which is good, because if anybody at the party doesn't like nuts or they're allergic to them, they can eat this cake. Well, it's not as big as it looked in the box, actually, is it? And the box doesn't say how many people it serves, so I'm not quite sure, but let's cut it anyway and see what it tastes like, because it still does look very nice and pretty and pink, doesn't it? So when you cut a cake, make sure you've got a grown-up with you to help you. I'm also going to try one of these bits as well. This looks like a bit of the castle, so I'm going to try a piece of the castle and see if I like that too. So it's raspberry flavoured. And I think the icing is raspberry flavoured too, so we'll just see what it tastes like. It's delicious! The sponge is really nice, it's really soft, and it's fluffy. And the icing is nice too. And I don't normally like too much icing, but that icing is really, really nice. Let's try a piece of the tower. It is nice, it's not too sweet either. So I think a lot of people would like that. It does look very nice though, doesn't it, the cake? I mean, these bits are nice. They're like the tower for the castle, and I think that's nice. And it's actually got a princess on it. I think the princess is probably Rapunzel, because she's got quite long hair. I think this cake is really nice, and I would definitely consider taking it with me to the tea party. So here I am with my next cake. It's a Frozen cake, and it's got Queen Elsa, Princess Anna and Olaf on it. And it's actually Frozen Fever. I didn't realise that in the supermarket, but I think it looks really yummy. So it's a moist sponge with sweet filling and raspberry jam covered with soft icing and sugar decorations. So it's nearly the same as the Princess Castle cake then. Let's have a little look at the ingredients. There isn't any ingredients, but there's an Olaf mask. Well, I really like this cake. I think it looks really, really pretty. I like the fact that Olaf is 3D, and I like the ribbon around the cake because that's got a Frozen theme on it. Sorry, Olaf. So you can see that it's got a bit more filling than the Princess Castle cake, and I quite like the filling. I really like the sponge. So let's try it and see what we think. It's very nice, but I have to say it doesn't taste as much of raspberries as the Princess Castle cake. So let's open up our final cake and then we can decide which one we're going to take with us to the tea party. So here is my final cake. I think that this one looks very nice. Out of all of the boxes, I think all of the boxes look lovely, but this box is very bright, and I think that that's nice because it looks pretty too. And I do like Barbie. I think she's really, really lovely. And this is definitely the biggest cake. Serves 16. That's a lot of people. A scrumptious Madeira sponge cake filled with delicious frosting and fruity plum and raspberry jam. So we've got plum and raspberry jam this time, so that's a little bit different to the other cakes. So that sounds quite exciting. Covered with lovely soft icing, finished with edible decorations. Well, that's what you want, isn't it? You will definitely want to be able to eat the whole cake. It's really pretty, it's pink, it's got Barbie really clearly on the front, and it's got this nice blue ribbon, and that looks very pretty too. And you can see on this one that it's got different layers. You can see, I think that might be the plum and that might be the raspberry jam. The filling is very, very nice, but the sponge is quite overdone and the icing isn't very easy to eat, which is such a shame because I really like Barbie and I would have loved to have taken a cake with Barbie on it to the Mad Hatter's tea party. So now that I've tried all 3 cakes, I'm going to decide which one I will take with me to the Mad Hatter's tea party. So I can say that the cake that I will be taking with me to the Mad Hatter's tea party is this one, the Princess Castle cake. I just really liked it. I thought it was a super yummy cake. I think it's really pretty and pink, and I love the fact that it's a Princess Castle cake. And the filling is super yummy. And I know I said it was a little bit small, but I think everyone will still be able to have a piece. As long as they have quite a small piece, it should go around just fine. So I'm really excited to take this one with me to the tea party. I hope that everyone enjoys it, and I hope that the Mad Hatter enjoys it too. So I'm going to head off now, and thank you so much for joining me on my search for a cake today. See you all soon! Thank you so much for joining me today on SuperPrincess TV for my lovely Alice in Wonderland themed episode. I think Alice made a very good choice of cake to take to the Mad Hatter's tea party. I would have picked that one too. It was definitely my favourite, and I really hope that him and all of his guests at the tea party enjoy it. If you liked this episode, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more SuperPrincess TV. And leave us a comment and let us know which cake you would have taken to the Mad Hatter's tea party. See you next time! Bye! I watched was The Princess and the Frog, which is where Princess Tiana
Well, she's not a princess at the start of the film, but she becomes a princess by the end. Princess Tiana turns into a frog with Prince Naveen, and as they're trying to become humans again, they meet Raymond, or Ray, and he is a firefly. And the thing that I really like about Ray is that he's really musical and he sings a lot. There's lots of music in the film, and Ray has a lovely singing voice.